So hi, one of the Good Noise podcasts here with World's Not Gray. We're gonna ask him some questions today. I'm gonna start. So, what inspired you to start making music, and what does your project name mean?
What inspired me? Like feeling like I'm crazy inspired me. World's Not Gray. My first name is actually Jahan, and that is Sanskrit for of the world. And so I was kind of sitting around one day, a little voice in my head goes, "Hey, you should make a project that says World's Not Gray." And of course, I'm like, "Well, what fucking sense does that?" And then I kind of went down the rabbit hole from there, trying to assign a meaning to it. So essentially, everything I write about is either something I've observed
Mhm,
in other people's lives or something I can empathically relate to
mhm.
because, you know, everybody goes through darkness. So what I'm saying is the world is not a great place, and I'm also not in that gray area of life.
Mm,
Wow,
okay.
that's really cool.
Yeah.
I think that's really cool. I like that a lot. And then what inspired you to start making music?
Well, I was 9 years old when I knew I wanted to music, so I immediately harassed the parents from then. So it's not like it was a overnight thing or a recent thing. I started playing guitar at 10, and
Mhm,
I was always writing poems and stuff from 8, and it's just something that I know I have to do.
Hmm.
mhm.
Know that just knowing I have to do it. So I've been in a lot of bands and stuff, and eventually last year, and I started this project in 2019.
Okay.
So
Solid. That's really cool. Ever since you were little, like you knew you had to do music.
yeah, I really did. It's hard for some people to understand that because I think we live in a world that's so materialistically dominated that people don't really understand what it means to be so young, and they don't think that kids have that level of vision for
Mhm,
themselves. And it was more or less exactly this story. I remember being in the back of my mom's old beat up Subaru going home from school.
mhm,
Started falling asleep, and I just had this vision of myself holding a guitar, walking up
mhm.
and down, playing it. At 9 years old, you don't know what the fuck that means. You just
Yeah.
know, like, I was kind of like, whoa, there's an energy about this, and this is what I'm supposed to do. I have to do it.
Mhm,
So that's what I mean when I said I harassed my parents after that.
mhm.
I want to play drums, I want to play guitar, I want to play everything, and then
Yeah.
that's how I kind of got for
That's
Okay.
awesome. I love that a lot. That's really cool. So congratulations on your upcoming release, Death of Me. How do you feel about the response to that EP so far to the people you've shown it to, since at the time of recording it isn't out yet?
Oh, well, thank you first of all. I appreciate that.
Of course.
Everyone's been just waiting, not so patiently, to hear what I got on it. So that's why I put it on SoundCloud before it even dropped on Spotify.
Hmm.
And it really came as a fly by night thing because I wasn't gonna release it yet, and I started testing out the songs. Uh, I did a virtual emo night performance, and I tested three of the songs up there, and I just wanted to see what the response would be before I actually set a date for release. So instead of setting a 4 week or however long uh, date, I just decided randomly I'm gonna drop this. I'm gonna do it,
Hmm.
and
Yeah.
it was because of people's you know dropping in the inbox. And so when's that song
Hmm.
Hurt coming out? A lot of people like that song.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Okay.
Wow. So such a big, good reaction that you were just like, okay, fine, here it is.
Yeah, basically. Well, here you go.
Wow.
I I can't use it if you don't hear it, so here you go.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Wow.
Exactly.
That's the best reaction you can hope for, honestly.
Yeah.
So congratulations.
Uh, so is there any meaning behind the EP name or cover art?
Um, a lot of the songs, well, I shouldn't say a lot of songs because it's only four, but these four songs are all me branching into a territory of writing about things in my own life. So Death of Me is referring to like that concept of dying 1,000 deaths to
Mm.
reach a certain point of view on life, a certain level of like conscious awareness, if you want to call it that. And that's the meaning behind the title. However, I have to say thank you to her really sweet young follower. I think she's doing like through that picture, and she draws anime caricatures. And so she asked me, hey, would it be okay if I drew you? I was
Hmm.
like, of course, go ahead. So that was really just fan art that I decided to do.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's really cool.
yeah. I'm trying to enter a phase now where I'm honoring my fans by either having them do some creative art, um, write lyrics, and have them submit to be a part of the process.
Hmm.
That's what
Wow,
Okay. I
that's
like
really
that.
cool. So it's just like really collaborative. Anybody can help with anything, kind of.
Yeah. When I started this in September 2019, I knew I wanted it to be fueled by a sense of community.
Hmm.
So if you see me go live a million times a week, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm actually making the songs on Instagram Live, inviting people to come in to see every step of the way.
Yeah. So it's kind of like it's not a solo project. It's kind of just like a gigantic, massive band where anybody can join in and anybody can help with the process, I guess.
That's where I would like to take it, because the internet facilitates. We have DistroKid and all these different music distributors that you can just put someone's name, type someone's name in the credit, and, and
Mhm.
Yeah, it's that easy.
yeah, and I think that uh, people listen to music for that sense of connection that they have with the artist and
Hmm.
that identification that somebody understands me.
Yeah,
So I'm trying to work with that as well.
that's really cool. I like that a lot. I
I like
like that
that.
a lot. Yeah. So speaking of writing and everything, can you tell me a little bit about your writing process for this EP?
For the death of me, I actually I listened to a lot of people talk about what's going on in their own.
Hmm.
I felt like I could identify because while I do not know their exact situation, I do know what it feels like to be in a similar position. So
Hmm.
I took some of the best stories that I thought needed to come to the surface at the moment
Hmm.
and wrote based on those. So, for example, Hurt is about what it's like to grow up with an alcoholic, abusive father, and you're going through some of the suffering. Your mother doesn't. She's suffering. People you're watching.
Hmm.
Um, it feels, that's what it's like to be a victim. It feels like everything's like being hurt. So that's kind of the stories and perspectives that I'm going for. It's a lot about relating to other people. I don't care about walking away from people. It's like there's some people out there that no matter how much good you do, they're just gonna be like, you're a stupid duty head.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're just gonna be like, well, okay, thank you. Why don't you tell me more about me? And then you turn around and walk away from them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
what's the other one? Death of Me is about dealing with someone either inside of a relationship context, like romance, or any kind of helping relationship, really, where there's this massive give and take. And I'm just saying, I swear you're gonna kill me with the way that you act, but I'm not the enemy here.
Mhm.
So that's really what it's about. And then, damn, how do I not even know the song? Complexities. Complexity is just about witnessing uh, violence locally here. There's a lot of crime and non-violence due to social structure collapsing and government bullshit. I don't like
Hmm.
that. And then also seeing that at the exact same time that it's storming that
Hmm.
way. And what I'm actually saying in that song is that the violence that I'm witnessing,
Okay.
and that's the complexity of it.
Yeah.
So, what song took the longest to write on this EP, and which one is your personal favorite?
Which song took the longest to write? Complexity took the longest to write. That's also my favorite. And when I say long, it really didn't take that long because I write each song on Friday nights on Instagram. So I give myself a week to finish every song.
A week? Wow. Okay.
Yeah. And I remember Complexity was like, oh shit, I gotta finish this. It's Friday at midnight, and I haven't finished it yet. So I'd already hit my deadline. So it took me a full 7 days to write that. The others took days to record and write.
Yeah. Okay. Solid. Can you tell me where your headspace was while creating this EP?
My headspace was swimming around in the primordial soup of like lower emotions like anger and resentment, and remembering what it felt like to be in those similar positions for myself. But it was difficult though. It then became frustrating because it was difficult, because people don't often understand that when you heal from something truly, the memories, sorry, choking on myself, the memories no longer have that sting. So even when you go back there, it's hard to fit right into that mindset. Yeah. That's what actually became the frustrating part that kind of got me to be like, you know what, fuck it, I'm just gonna dump these. You know, what would I actually have said if this was me and I didn't know anything that I knew and the whole world was just new to me? What would I write?
Yeah.
And then I kind of wrote that first, and then okay, so me in 2021 with everything I know, I write that down on the other side of the page and I contrast and I say, okay, this can fit with this. And this is how I change this, and this is how I'm going to subtract from this, and whatever case it is. So lyrically, how it came together. And I just always write every song. I start with the drums first on my computer, then I do the bass, and I get the rhythm locked in.
Yeah.
Either keyboards or guitars come next, and then the lyrics. So that's just always how it is.
That's sick. All right.
I like that. So what band or artist influence do you think you can hear the most on this EP?
What bands influenced me the most? 3 Days Grace. Vocally, Adam influenced me. You can definitely hear it because in I Don't Care, I'm actually throwing it back to that song he did with Apocalyptica. So the title, I Don't Care. And I'm trying to sing in my voice, but similar to the way he uses that rasp on that particular track.
Yeah.
I'm always influenced by Alice in Chains, Tool, Nirvana, Korn, all those in terms of the music and stuff. So that's
all right. Taste. So this one should go like super, super fast. Off the top of your head, I want you to describe this EP for new listeners in 3 words.
Reflective, frustrated, and damn, there's so many words. I kind of want to say pineapple for no reason.
Pineapple, sure, pineapple.
Yeah, because I like pineapple.
Sure.
Drinking lots of pineapple juice. So I was like, this is inspired by pineapple.
Okay.
That's wonderful.
I mean, I respect it.
Yeah, pineapples are great. So good choice.
So on that same train of thought, is there a certain feeling you want your listeners to have while going through the EP?
I want them to feel that nothing is beyond their reach, that the things that they're going through, circumstance is always something you can overcome. Just takes time and patience and grace.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's I really like that. Again, very wholesome. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
So where do you see the project in the next 5 years? You said over time you want to make it like as open as can be and anybody can join the project, I guess. So is that the goal?
My goal in the next 5 years is to definitely be on tour in a post-COVID world.
Definitely. That'd be good.
And to be able to have that platform to first of all, make it a revolving door of either established musicians or people who are really good that deserve a chance to play, and I'll just be singing. I won't be playing any instruments, and so that
Yeah.
will be the form of the band. But I also, hopefully, in a post-COVID world and a much kinder world as a result, fingers crossed, we can go back to that time where people can be close to you on stage. You can bring people up to sing with you because you want to hear the song. You've already got the record everywhere, Spotify, Amazon, whatever. You can get that there. But when you come to my show, it's about full participation. That's how I would like it to. And I want to be on tour with all the big people, all the people I looked up to if they're still doing it. And, whoever's out there at the time really hitting it, I just want to be on that level.
Oh, all right.
That's really cool. Again, I like your idea of what you want your project to be. I really like that a lot. It's so cool.
You're not just aimlessly putting music out. You have a vision, and that's not something we can say about every single band we interview. So
yeah,
awesome.
Yeah. So for the last couple of questions, we're actually shift away from music and go straight to death row.
Boom.
So if you're on death row, what would your last meal be with a drink?
Boom again.
Oh, here we go again. Pineapple.
Pineapple. Is that drink or is that meal or is that both?
Both. Why not?
Solid.
I have pineapple all around.
Pineapple and like a big plate of steamed broccoli. That's it.
Oh, I love broccoli so much. Taste, definitely.
People. You is good people.
Thank you. So if you could live in one fictional world for a week, where would you live?
Oh, geez, I already do that inside my own head. A fictional world. What specifically do you mean? Because
like a show, a movie series, a comic book, a real book. No, wait, that's comic books are real books, but like
books with
writing.
Words in it. Lots of words.
Lots of words. There you go. That time.
I have to say I've never thought of this before. So on a whim, Hogwarts.
Oh, what house are you?
Gryffindor.
Okay, I could see that.
Right.
I get that.
And what people don't know, if you've never been here to Barbados, our schools are like the British school system. So we wear a uniform.
Mm-hmm.
We actually wear the ties that you see in the Harry Potter. So I actually wore the Gryffindor tie in my senior years at school. So
that is so cool. That is so like, this is gonna sound so stupid, but it's like everybody's sorted into a different school. I don't know. I'm sorry.
It's actually kind of like that because we have what's called zoning based on your location.
Oh yeah.
Grades you get. Those are the two criteria that they use to place you in a school. So you have to get a certain grade average on your exam when you're 10 or 11. It's called the 11 plus, the common entrance exam, and then they just put you in whatever school based on where you live and what grade you got.
Okay. That's cool.
So kind of like how Gryffindor is like the more smart in the Harry Potter series. I went to the top school here, and so it's interesting that the top school had the Gryffindor tie.
Yeah. So you're
and
smart,
then, like,
smart. Okay.
The actual. Well, I don't want to say worse because that's not nice. But
the lower school.
One of the schools that's lowest down on the tiers in terms of grade average. They have the Slytherin tie. So it's
okay.
funny.
Oh my god.
Okay.
That's funny. That's good. That's good. Good. I like that a lot. That's funny.
So I have the honor of asking the last question, and every single person we've spoken to has said that it is the most important question. What's your favorite color?
My favorite color is neon green.
Okay.
Taste, as it should be. Great color.
So as I said, that's all the questions you have today. Is there anything that you would like to plug?
Anything that I would like to plug? Obviously, everybody that's watching this needs to subscribe to my YouTube, follow me on Spotify, TikTok, Instagram, blah, 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 everything, and go follow you guys.
All right.
Solid.
Well, thank you for sitting down with us. This has been World's Not Grey, and we're the Good Noise Podcast.